Hey Finley, tonight at Medical Watch, a new chiropractic technique called Trigenics has some world-class athletes jumping higher and running faster.
This works, it's good stuff.
It's called Trigenics, Shauna, and the man who developed the technique, Dr. Alan Austin, is here in Edmonton from Toronto for the Games. He works closely with a couple of high-profile athletes who swear by his approach to healing sports-related injuries.
My knees are both sore.
Gold medalist and Canadian sprinter Glenroy Gilbert doesn't mess around when it comes to his legs.
We need treatment that will work on you and not just stuff that will mask, you know, for a day or two and then come right back, and that's what I've been dealing with.
But he says the one thing that does help is a hybrid of chiropractic, acupressure, and breathing techniques called Trigenics.
As you're pressing down this muscle to contract the hamstring lightly, and what we're doing is we're stimulating nerve pathways that have to do with facilitating very dramatically muscle relaxation, pain relief, and also increased strength of the muscles.
Dr. Austin's patients say Trigenics not only helps them with injury, but helps them run faster and jump higher.
You know, I've been having a lot of problems with my hamstrings and with extreme tightness, and within one treatment I felt a difference, like on the track the very next day.
Now, Dr. Austin just hopes to spread the word about his homegrown hybrid technique, which, with high-profile athletes like Glenroy Gilbert as fans, won't be too much of a stretch.
This works, it's good stuff.
That's it, we got it now, it's done. That one's moving nicely. Okay.
If you'd like more info, you can log on to www.trigenics.net.
Trigenics is an interactive neuromuscular treatment system. According to its originator, it speeds up the healing process, relieves pain, and strengthens muscles, all in a matter of seconds. Celebrities like John Cusack, Farrah Fawcett, and David Bowie have all benefited from it. We met with its developer, Alan Austin, to find out more.
Let go. Breathe. Very nice. Breathing in again, and slowly out, coming down. Assume the position.
Trigenics is a neurologically based revolutionary treatment technique that dramatically relieves pain, increases muscle strength, reduces swelling, and rapidly restores function to damaged or injured tissues or joints. It can be used in the rehab setting for effective treatment of injuries, and it can also be used in the sports arena.
I'm just going to lie you down real nice. Just lie down nice and easy there.
After the 800-meter race, my hamstrings both began to tense up and twitch a little bit, and I couldn't walk very well on them.
The three components of Trigenics are the neurological component, which involves activation of neuromuscular reflexes. The second component is a form of muscle manipulation, and the third component is a form of breathing biofeedback.
I want you to make this little noise and control the breath and breathe out. Slowly bring your leg down, bring it down. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. Slow.
When you put all those together, they all act on the same area simultaneously. It causes a very dramatic response.
I've just fixed that one up. Now, I want you to lift and move the other one.
Okay.
Slowly. You see it?
Begins the reflex.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right,
this
so we'll
one's
get
not, this one hasn't been treated yet.
Very quickly, we had her right leg working perfectly, and then we tested the left, and you could see that it was still contracting, and we couldn't bend the knee at all. And then when we did the Trigenics, within half a minute to a minute, there was a restoration of the normal firing pattern, and she was fine.
Before the treatment, my legs were very tight, and I found it difficult to stretch and run on them, and after the treatment, now they're much looser, and I feel much more comfortable running and walking on them.
Cordell, like many of the other top-level athletes that have been brought in to see me, he had an injury that had sidelined him for the entire season. What we did was the very specific work of Trigenics sports performance enhancement.
You won the last two races, right? You're up for the finals? Yeah. Okay, beautiful.
If we treat them right before they run, then there's a lot of changes that take place in the body, not only instant increase in strength, increase in range of motion, but also endorphins being released. We alter their performance and increase their ability to perform significantly.
Feeling kind of nervous. This is my first 200 of the season, so I hope everything goes well. I'm looking forward to it.
Within a few weeks, we were able to get him back on the track again, and now he's breaking records.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Tell me what you've been experiencing lately. In this treatment, the patient is an active participant rather than a passive recipient. That also makes it very different than other techniques. They're actively involved in the process, and they're not a good patient. The treatment won't work as well. How much better does that feel?
Much better.
Okay. Number of visits depends entirely upon the condition. It could be anywhere from 1 treatment to, you know, 40 treatments. Very nice, very nice. Bend down, touch your toes. Excellent, excellent. And how much better does your neck feel?
Oh, much better. It's nice and loose.
Good. Trigenics neuromuscular exercise class started out specifically for my patients with neck and back problems. All of these exercises are designed for you to be able to do them and incorporate them yourself. Trigenics is all about balance. With Trigenics, we can either strengthen or lengthen muscles, and we can put the entire body into balance very, very quickly. Pull back, breathing in. Pull back.
Alan Austin, Trigenics originator, is here for more Trigenics talk. Welcome, Alan. I guess the biggest question I have is, how is this different than other forms of muscle manipulation like active release that we've seen elsewhere?
The distinguishing difference is that Trigenics is neurologically based, so the patient is an active participant rather than a passive recipient. And what we're doing in Trigenics is we're involving patient-controlled activation of specific neuromuscular reflexes to gain the effect that we want.
And any worrisome side effects that people have to think about having this procedure done?
None whatsoever. In fact, it's extremely safe. There's a lot of my patients that that are looking to have Trigenics manipulation work done on their neck, for instance, rather than having some people are weary of high-velocity thrust manipulation, and this gives an alternative to them, so it's very, very safe.
Well, thanks once again to all of our guests, Dr. Charles Tatter, Dr. Alan Austin, Dr. John Goldhar, Michael Tamaro, Greg Myers, and as always, you. Find your balance, and we'll see you next time.
Coming to you from Queen and John, it's Health and Family Day on City Line with Marilyn Dennis.
Okay, welcome back to City Line. In this next story, we're going to see a new treatment for pain that's being used by a bevy of Hollywood stars and athletes. Let's see how it works for some common complaints of pain.
I really was in bad shape when I arrived at the doctor's.
Good. I just felt that segment move, which is very, very nice. We've got a nice mobility in there. You feel that, Eleanor?
Yes,
Releasing?
it feels great. I think the easiest way to explain it was I was a basket case. I had some headaches and vertigo. My lower back ached in bed at night, and I got to the point where I was having therapy, and they suggested I get a cane to walk with because I'd had 2 falls, and that's when the red flag went up. I wasn't ready to be old yet. I was still feeling young, and I felt pretty bad. I was very depressed, actually.
We're going to work on the muscles that hold the pelvis sort of twisted. Trigenics, the word trigenics comes from a combination of 3 types of treatment protocols, and it's the unique combination of those treatment protocols that makes it incredibly effective for things like, you know, any form of tendinitis, plantar fasciitis, neck pain, lower back pain, headaches. And the great thing about it as well is that it is also a form of joint mobilization. What we're going to do now, so we're going to continue to work on this one segment here that's particularly stiff because you have a little bit of the osteoarthritis in your neck right here. What I find with the Trigenics is that as I'm working on the joints, and if I'm contacting the joints that the muscles are sort of attached to, that I find the joints passively releasing. So effectively, what I'm finding, in my experience with it, is that I'm actually mobilizing those joints, much in the same way that I would if I were actively, you know, trying to release them with an adjustment or a manipulation or what people refer to as cracking your back or your neck. But I'm gaining that result without having to use that force. I think this is the way of the future, really, because I think patients today are beginning to play a much more active role in their own health care. And this type of therapy, Trigenics, is interactive. It's patient and doctor working together. It's been very rewarding for me because there's been a lot of conditions as well that I find have the soft tissue components that I wouldn't have been able to treat before, and the response has been incredible because now I'm working on the soft tissues, I'm working on the joints, and I'm working on the neurology in combination together. And the results have been absolutely, completely dramatic.
And a final note on tomorrow's concert, the performers will be able to rock away without worrying about strains and sprains.
Even though they've been nicknamed the Creaking Bones, the Stones give their all when they perform, but all that prancing around can be tough on a 60-year-old body. Enter Dr. Alan Austin, chiropractor to the stars, coming to their emotional rescue.
These performers are under tremendous stress, and you never know what will happen. I think what they're really concerned about more here is someone actually doing something where they injure themselves, they put out their back suddenly.
What would you do in that instance? Could you show me?
Well, if it was the neck, for instance, we would do something with Trigenics. We'd actually mobilize the joints without actually cracking it. We can actually do that using the neurology of the body. So I'd have you actually breathe, and then you move your head way forward, and then you turn to the left. And then with this particular procedure, I can actually neurologically manipulate the muscles that hold bones in place. And
I can get instant relief with this?
And you can get instant release, yeah.
Dr. Austin has had a lot of experience with rock stars, treating the likes of David Bowie, John Bon Jovi, and Kiss.
Paul Stanley of Kiss, remember when I treated him, he asked me to come backstage actually and see what he was doing and why it was that his neck was in such bad shape, and it turns out he'd been winging the microphone around his neck. Can you just show us how far we can raise the arm this way? Okay, that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Up again.
All right.
When's the last time you could do that?
Not for a long time.
Presently I have pretty severe osteoarthritis in my right hip. I had Legg-Perthes disease as an infant. I have very little range of motion and very little strength.
That's as high as you can go, it feels like. That's about it. Holding it there. That's, yeah. We've got basically nothing on the right. Although holding it here, he literally cannot hold his leg up at all on that right side. There's no way that's coming down. Now, hold this up. Hold it up. And he is completely, totally solid. He could not hold his leg up at all. This one, he couldn't even hold it up himself. Hold it up. A little bit of pain, but very, very strong.
That's pretty incredible, really. Really. I can do things strength-wise with that leg where there was zero strength before, and I've been working at it in the conventional method: weights, stretching, stretch balls, etc. And in less than 9 minutes and 50 seconds, it feels better than it has in literally years, truly.
My name is Behzad Solomon, and I've had constant shoulder pain since I was 16 years old. I broke my collarbone on a biking accident. I've had diversified, I've had other kind of chiropractic treatments. I've tried a lot of things, ultrasound and so on. Hasn't worked.
So if you had no pain at all within 5 minutes, that would be pretty incredible.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised.
Hold it hard as you can. Hold this one as hard as you can. We got nothing there. Okay. Hold this here. Hold it. How much better does that feel right now?
That feels a lot better.
You can't believe that, can you?
No. It's great.
You've never had total relief, have you?
No, never.
You have it now, don't you?
Yeah. That's really great. That's great.
Well, I had daily chronic headaches for the past 12 years, and I tried different chiropractors and neurologists and different pills. And I came a month ago, and I didn't have any headaches for almost 1 month. So it was pretty amazing.
Okay, so I used to be a gymnast, and in my years of training, of course, I've got multiple injuries, especially within my arm and in my hip area, my lower back especially. And I went to massage therapy, I did chiropractic treatment, stretching, I mean, you name it, I tried it, and I had no success. Trigenics has been the only treatment that I've had that's actually helped me I couldn't believe it. I mean, my psoas was stronger, my back felt better, and my arm is healing better, and it's been great. It was the only thing that I tried that helped me get relief and kept the relief.
It's truly incredible.
It's amazing what it does.
Fantastic. I think this works like magic.